What is up, guys? TekKnite here, Beats Clan Live, bringing you all my review of Transformers Fall of Cybertron. And I do have some gameplay in the background for you guys, but if you guys can just sit here and then just listen, refrain from the awesome action that is going around in the back. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to kind of put this into parts. I'm going to focus on multiplayer last, and I'm gonna do kind of like individual ratings, I guess. Haven't really figured it out yet while I'm recording, but we're gonna have campaign, escalation, then multiplayer. So let's get this started. First thing I want to say is this game is really good. It has I have some pet peeves about it, and there's other stuff that I really like about it. But overall, I think the game did real good, pretty successful. The game was really successful, and the campaign I really liked, and there were just some things that I didn't quite understand what they were trying to do, not campaign-wise, but the entire game-wise. Now, the first thing I'm going to say is whenever High Moon was ever interviewed, they always wanted to talk about how this game is all about the co-op, and how, you know, escalation, you gotta sit there and, you know, y'all don't work as a team. If y'all don't work as a team, you know, you're gonna die. And that is true, and we'll get to that later. But first thing I want to say is the campaign was really good. I really enjoyed playing all of it. And if you guys haven't seen that yet, y'all should go and watch that. And I will leave a link to the playlist in the description and an annotation in the video. But anyway, this campaign was a lot different from the last game. The last game in War, it had the co-op so you could play with 2 of your friends. This one, they said they didn't put I can't talk today. They didn't put co-op in the game because they wanted to focus more on each individual character and how you could kind of choose your own way on how to beat the game. But I don't really see why they didn't put co-op in there, because they did say that they wanted to focus more on each individual character, but I didn't really see anything that stuck out like really good besides the last level when you played as Soundwave and you could throw out the minicons and stuff. And right now that I think about it, there's no other real things that stuck out and being like, oh, this can't be cooperative play. So I really do think that they could have put co-op in here, and it just really confused me as a fan playing this, because they sat there the whole time saying, oh, it's all about the co-op, need to work together, teamwork, 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 and then, oh, well, tell us about the campaign. Well, you can't do teamwork, and it just has nothing to do with co-op. And I'm just like, wait, what? So that did suck, not having that in there, because it would have been pretty fun to do my entire playthrough with, like, Beijing Coke and Ion Miley, or, you know, RR88, but, you know, they didn't put that in there. So, alright, let's keep going. So, nothing really stuck out all that much besides Soundwave, but the campaign itself, the story, was really good. I really enjoyed that, and cutscenes were really cool, and just the little things you could do. Go into the Teletran store, and you could do that stuff to where you could get full health back, full ammo, and everything. And I like how in this one they had kind of like that little walkthrough on, okay, this is how you play the game. You know, you use your thumbsticks to run around and look left, right, up, and down, and you transform boost. They didn't have that in the first game. It was just, okay, go. So anyway, yeah, Bumblebee's level, that was, you know, the instructional level. And Optimus's level, that was pretty cool, raining down the airstrikes and everything. I like that. That was really fun. Ooh, I need to type something down real quick now that I thought about that. Take that down. So anyway, I know I'm typing things down as I'm doing this review. But anyway, let's continue with the rest about the part of the campaign. I'm going to reiterate myself probably a lot, and I'm looking through my notes right now to see if there's anything else. Let's see. Okay, the achievements for that. I do like how they put stuff in there so it gives you a reason to go back and replay, and, you know, kind of gives you a side missions to do as you're playing through the main storyline, kind of like in the last game. So I like that they do that. That's really cool. It gives players that, you know, aren't huge Transformers fans, it gives them a reason to go back and replay, which I think is really cool. And I like how they kind of brought back that collect all the audio logs and all the blueprints, like when they did all the Autobot and Decepticon symbols in those campaigns. That was kind of what compensated for it. And I don't know, like I really like how they threw some more stuff in there. I love the throwback stuff that they had in there, like with the Megatron laser and the G1 Optimus, and being able to play as him, and just kind of, you know, when Rumble came in there and said all of his keywords that he always says, and then when Slag knocked down the door and crushed, who was it, Kickback? I think so. Kickback or Shrapnel? One of those two. Kickback, I think. I like when they did that. You know, talking about the 80s movie right there. But overall, the campaign was really good, really fun. Frustrating at times, very frustrating at times. And but overall, good storyline, good gameplay, and I like how you were constantly, you know, whenever you went to each chapter, you were switching up your playstyle. You went from, you know, gung-ho to being stealth to being, you know, completely melee, and your range attacks is throwing stuff. And then I love the last chapter. That is my favorite chapter of all. It was all fast-paced and everything, and then the mini-boss fight against Bruticus, that was really fun. I think that was like my favorite part, the mini-boss against Bruticus. And then I did like fighting as Megatron against Optimus. So sorry for spoiler alerts right there. So we have spoiler alerts. Spoiler alerts. My bad, guys. Anyway, so for the campaign, I'm going to give it a... let's see. I'm going to give the campaign, like, I'm tied between 7.5 and 8. So, you know, within that range, right there. Could have been stuff they could have done, like, better for that, you know, throwing in co-op, which was really cool. That they had in the last game. They could have put co-op in there, but they chose not to. And there wasn't really anything that stuck out to be like, oh, I need to play as a, you know, just a single player role here. Can't have any friends in this. I didn't see why not. So anyway, let's move on to Escalation. I don't really have a lot to say about that, but I do see the differences between this I cannot talk. This Escalation and the last Escalation in War for Cybertron. They're two completely different things now. Like, in the old one, you know, you had your abilities that you had in multiplayer. In this one, you have specific roles. And within these specific roles, you know, some of them, I don't know. It's really hard to explain. I mean, the two main roles obviously are ammo and healing, but I do kind of miss being able to run out in the middle, shoot an Omega Missile, or activate Shockwave and blow them away. And the fact that after 15 waves you're done, makes me want more. It makes me just want to be like, okay, is there a boss? Oh, okay, there's no boss. Dang it. So, I think they could have done a little bit more. I do like how they gave like 4 maps instead of what was the last game had, like 2. And hopefully we have some more Escalation maps. And yeah. So I mean, the last game had countless waves, which, you know, that was cool. You know, okay, I got to wave like 40 by myself. And in this one, it's just like, okay, I beat all of them. And you can't live without having friends alongside of you. You know, it's just completely impossible to do. You need at least a healer and an ammo guy, you know, just to get to wave like 7. But anyway, Escalation for the most part, I was looking forward to it a lot more than in the last game. Just because it kind of gave an objective, like, okay, I need to finish 15 waves, but I kind of thought there might be like a boss battle or something, or just one epic conclusion to the 15th wave, but there wasn't. I do like the random box and everything, and, you know, in the last game, it was really good, because in the last game, you had the heal ray, and in this one, you have the Energon Harvester, and you could heal your teammates and get them back up, and in this one, you can heal yourself and then get your teammates back up. What I do kind of miss is when you would pay for the ammo, and, well, not really the ammo, but the health, because you could die right by the health, or you could be by an overshield, and you could pump in the money, and then you could get alive again. And this one, if you hear there's dead, he's dead. You know, there's no way you're coming back. Unless you land on a health cube, you're screwed. And if you already got it, oh well. In the last game, you could buy it like 18 times. Well, I mean, you know what I mean. Unlimited. So, yeah, those are major things that I see the differences in. And I'm not complaining about it. I'm just saying it makes it different, which is cool. It's okay. So, yeah, that's all I really have to say about Escalation. Escalation, I'm gonna give that probably a, Escalation, I'm thinking a 7. Things they could have improved on is not just, well, yeah, some things that they could have improved on was, having the health as like an unlimited type thing, so you didn't die as quick. And maybe having more waves, and definitely a boss battle. Definitely a boss battle at the end of each wave. Like, easy could be like Starscream, medium, you know, normal could be like, you know, I don't know, Shockwave or Soundwave, and then hard could be like Megatron, you know, for the Autobots, Escalation, of course. And or Bruticus, that'd be cool. Fight him again. But I think that they should have definitely put that one thing in there, like when you had in the last game with the health, so you could just kind of sit there and spam that. If they put more waves in there, of course, would have been good. So that's all I really have to say about Escalation for the most part. If I think of anything else, I'll let you guys know. Now, here's going to be the chunk of the last of my review. Multiplayer. A lot of changes. So many. And I'm going to say this first of all. I really feel personally that they took out a lot more than they put in this game. Because, you know, at first when I saw the demo, I was like, okay, we don't have kill streaks. They're putting 3, 5, and 7 there, so they have to have kill streaks in the real game, right? No, I'm wrong. So, you know, I was wrong about that. they did a really good job with the details of every character, and that was really cool. You know, sometimes sitting there just looking at your character, you're just like, wow, that's really good. But yeah, it definitely feels like they took out a lot more than they put in. Yeah, you know, they put in creating your own transformer, but I think they could have taken that a step further. You know, they put in all those parts so you could make your own transformer, but, you know, you have the head and all this other stuff of those iconic characters. So I kind of think they could have like thrown in some heads, arms, legs that weren't even characters, that were just designs they made up themselves, which would have been cool. What else did they put in? Those color schemes that they have in there, there's clearly not enough. I do see how they have, you know, the color palette. Well, no, the last game had the color palette. The color schemes where it would, if you went all the way to the left, it was like darker, brighter, and then all the way to the right, it would be more faded colors. I think what they should have done is they should have had a color palette to where you could choose your primary and secondary colors, kind of like in the last game, or you could have the mixed match of the colors like they have now, but put that color palette in there to give it more detail like in the last game. Like when they had that, and you could make the red a pink and stuff like that. That would have made the colors a lot more different for everybody, instead of being like, oh, he has green, I have green. He has blue and green, so do I. Oh man, that sucks. So, you know, I think they could have been a little bit more detailed with that. They need to release a lot more colors, because most of my characters are blue, green, and red. That's it. Like, I mean, I have black for Decepticons and black and purples, but like the top colors, I don't even think I touch. Like, I don't even like them. Let's see. What is some more stuff they put in there? The game modes. Let's talk about the game modes really quick. I'm just touching on a lot of this stuff. I do like how they put in, before we talk about game modes, I do like how they put in the, ally versus enemy and Autobots versus Decepticons. I like that. That's cool. It makes it original. I thought that was a really cool knick-knack they put in there. One thing that I do miss is player count, because I like knowing how many people are playing in there before I try and get into a game. That definitely needs to come back. And, let's see. I gotta type one more thing down. So let's type that down now. There we go. So anyway, what was I about to talk about? Yeah, guys, what was I about to talk about? The game modes. I do like how they put Headhunter and Capture the Flag in there, but I don't see why they didn't put all the other game modes in there. They should have kept all the game modes like they had in the last game and just added more. I want more game modes. I don't even, like, whenever I play now, I've touched, if you are a friend of mine on Xbox, and you look at Teletran, and you look at my rank for Team Deathmatch, I have 7 kills. That's it. That's how much I played. Played like one game, I think. That was like when it first came out, or something like that. Anyway, I want more game modes. We need more game modes, because it just kind of gets dull, and eventually it's gonna not be, you're gonna be like, okay, I guess Headhunter, and then no one's gonna be in Headhunter. So, you know, I want the Countdown to Extinction, I want Code of Power, I want Power Struggle. I used to love playing, Code of Power and everything. Well, I mean, Countdown to Extinction was really, really fun. I love that game mode. And Power Struggle, that was always just complete, utter chaos. You know, that was amazing. Especially when you'd sit there and shoot an Omega missile in a group. Anyway, so, more game modes, definitely. So, yeah. Let's see. I'm looking through all my notes right now. Like, when I talked about War for Cybertron, a long time ago, very, very long time ago, before this account was even made, I made a video on one of my old channels about having split screen co-op. I think they should have put split screen co-op in there. Like, that would have been really good. I'm going to compare this game a little bit to Call of Duty, so I do apologize to a lot of you guys, especially you Turtle of Doom. If you're watching my review, I'm sorry that I'm, relating this to Call of Duty. I know how much you hate it. But, let's be honest. You have a lot of Call of Duty fanboys, and the thing that I think makes the game shine is how they have so much variety. It's a first-person shooter. There's a lot of people that love first-person shooters, but it has so much variety. If you play like Modern Warfare 3, there's like 15 game modes. There's a bunch of guns, and there's a bunch of I forgot what you call them. They're not like abilities, like upgrades, like scavenger and all that other stuff. I don't know what that is. I can't remember right now. But they have a lot of game modes, and they also have split screen. You can sit there with a friend and you can play, side by side. So I think that War, since it didn't have split screen, I think that Fall had the perfect opportunity to have split screen, especially when they sat there and said, this game mode, Escalation, is all about teamwork. They could have made everything about teamwork. They could have made the campaign about teamwork, Escalation about teamwork. They could have made multiplayer about teamwork. Multiplayer is teamwork based, but you can sit there alongside with a friend, because there's a lot of friends that I have that don't even play Transformers. They didn't even know Fall of Cybertron came out. They didn't know anything about War for Cybertron until I showed them a video, and they were like, oh wow, this is a really good game, I'd love to play it, but I don't have an Xbox. Or they'd be like, I don't have the money for the game. So they could have came over to my house and played for a while alongside with me, and then I could show them the ropes and show them things to do, and they could follow me around the map, and I could show them doing stuff, like how to do stuff, where the health and ammo is. But they didn't put that in there, and I really wanted co-op split screen, because like I said, there was a lot of people there's a lot of friends that I have that do not have Transformers, and don't really feel like spending the money on it because they don't have the money. So co-op split screen could have been cool. Both vertical and horizontal would have been cool for the option, because in an old game, I don't know if you guys remember this game, I know you older people do, Twisted Metal. Twisted Metal had co-op split screen, and you could play horizontally or vertically. You had that option, and it seems like later games, it's all about horizontal. It's not vertical at all, which, I think they should have that option, whatever player preferences. And I already mentioned player count. Yeah, I want player count, like with how many people are online, how many people are in each game mode. Now, let's touch on a huge topic that a lot of you guys, don't like. Double jump. Well, no, not a lot of you guys don't like it. It's just a lot of you guys want it, other guys don't care. Double jump, I think that double jump, they need to do a few things. They either need to give us the height of a double jump, or put double jump in there. Because there's too many times where you're running and you can't get past a box. You're like, oh wait, like I've sat there countless times playing alongside with Beijing Coke, which he has to bring his Xbox over because we don't have split screen co-op. He brings his Xbox over and we play, and then he's just like, oh crap, I can't jump. I was like, don't you remember? High-tech robots can't jump over that. Last game it was we can't handle water, because on Seed of Corruption, if you went in that waterfall or anything like that, you would die. If you sat in there long enough. So, I think that it would be cool if we had double jump in there, or just the height of a double jump. I do understand that the sprint and the dash is supposed to compensate for the double jump, because you can dash the distance of a double jump if you were to just, walk and then jump again. I do understand that. That's cool and all, but height-wise, definitely need a double jump, because you have to do too much work to try and get over boxes. You have to, go around them and stuff. But anyway, enough about that. So, let's start talking about some other stuff. Okay. I do not like the destroyer class when you play a Swindle and pretty much, yeah, all of them. And what I'm about to say is when you bounce off of stuff. That's one major thing that I noticed about this game, and I think it's for all the classes, honestly. Because in the last game, when you would hit stuff, you wouldn't bounce off of stuff and come to a complete stop. Definitely with the Destroyer, when you hit anything, you completely stop. You are stopped in your tracks, you are screwed. You have to hit the left trigger and to go. So if you were in a hot battle and you were running low on life and you're racing for that Energon cube and you hit the corner of that column or the corner of that wall when you're trying to do that because you're panicking, you're screwed because you completely stop and they're shooting you and you're dead. So I don't like that. I don't like how I can play as a class and then hit the wall and then just completely stop. In the last game, that didn't happen. You would just, you'd get knocked around, but you would still be going. So that's one little pet peeve I have about that. I do not like the bouncing around, like, in one of my videos, in my Snarl video for the Dinobot DLC, I, like, flew, like, forward. And I noticed that a lot when I'm some classes. You fly forward. Like, if you are on, like, if your teammate's under you and they're driving under you, you'll bounce off. If they hit you when you transform, you bounce off. There was one time when I was playing the game, and I was a Destroyer class, and I transformed, and I was just moving forward. I wasn't even driving. I was just in hover mode, and I was just going forward. And all of a sudden, something happened, and I got slung to the right and got stuck in the wall. And then after that, I was trying to drive away and get out and transform, but it was like, you can't transform, and I was stuck in the wall. Then my Xbox locked up, and I had to restart my whole Xbox, but, fact of the matter was, I got flown into a wall randomly, and I don't know what's that about. I don't understand that. So that's one thing I didn't really like about that. I do know this video is getting long, and I'm sorry, but like I said, I don't know how long this review is going to be. Said that in my channel update about this. Okay, kill streaks. I think that kill streaks would completely change the state of the game, and I think that it would be really cool if we did have kill streaks. Because I miss being rewarded for what I do. I miss all that. I do think that if we had kill streaks, it would bring a little bit more entertainment into it, kind of like in the last game when you would be looking forward to trying to get the nucleon shot cannon or the Omega missile. When you were doing that. And I think that, once again, referencing to Call of Duty, how you can set your kill streaks, how you can have, like in Black Ops, you had, your 3 kill streak, you could either make it an RCXD or a, what is that called? Spy plane. Like, you had the option to see what your 3 kill streak was. You could have a 357 kill streak, 458 kill streak, 489, just so many things. There was so much variety with your kill streaks. There was just, the combinations of it, there were so many. In the last game, there was 3 kill streaks for each specific class. So I think what they could do for the kill streaks to put it in there would, because in the last game they were all class specific, which was cool. So what they could do is they could not only make it class specific, but also make them have multiple kill streaks. Like, give the scout his orbital beacon. As like, so you could play like a support role or an assault role. Give it, intercooler. Well, I mean, wait, we have the intercooler already. Never mind. The orbital beacon, and then just put some more stuff in there. Give him multiple things, not just the scout, but I mean, give each class their class-specific kill streaks, and then give them multiple kill streaks, and then you can only take 3 kill streaks in there with you, like any normal game with kill streaks. Be it 357, 458, 8, 9, 10. You can go up to 12 kill streak if you want. That's really cool. It's really fun. It gives you an objective to try and achieve while you're playing in multiplayer, which I really think would be good, because it would bring the game more competitively for people, because they would be like, okay, I want to get to my 12 kill streak. And how am I going to do that? I'm going to use these other kill streaks to help me get to that. And I do realize that High Moonstead, that we don't want kill streaks in there because of balance issues. There's a very, very easy way to fix those balance issues. Take away the stacking. Because, you know, in Call of Duty, you know, it all stacked. In Black Ops, when you get 3 kills, you get an RCXD, you die. You get 3 kills, you have an RCXD. You could build it up to where you could have 5 RCXDs. And kill people like that. So take that away to where, okay, you have a 3, 5, 7 kill streak. You need to fill these slots. Okay, slot 1 for the 3 kill streak is filled. So if you die and you come back, you don't get another. And you could be like, okay, I got my up to my 7 kill streak, I haven't used it, and I die. I used my 3 kill streak. Okay, since I come back and I respawn, I can get my 3 kill streak again. But I can't get my 5 and 7. So I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to say. You fill up your 3, 5, 7 kill streak. Then if you use one of them, that slot is then reopened. Of course, after you die. So if you die and you have a 3 and 7 kill streak, you can earn your 5 back to fill it all up again. Also, make it to where it doesn't give you credit when you use the kill streak. It doesn't give you credit to gain your kill streaks. Like if you had a 7, 8, 9 kill streak for the scientist, and your 7 was your nucleon shot cannon, make it to where, you know, those kills that you get with the nucleon shot cannon does not, what is the word I'm looking for? It does not help you get to the other kill streaks. You know, you activate the nucleon shot cannon and you get another kill, you're not going to get your 8 kill streak. You're going to have to sit there and earn that by shooting with your regular gun, or melee, or something like that. If you shoot that, that's not going to give you credit for your other kill streak. If you die and you activate the nucleon shot cannon, your 7 slot is filled for the nucleon shot cannon. You can't regain that. And if you start shooting with the nucleon shot cannon, and you get 8 kills after respawning and using that, that's not going to get you to your 8th kill streak. You have to individually kill these people with your gun, your melee, your vehicle weapons, and everything. That would fix the balance issues. That really would. Taking away the stacking when you could have 3 nucleon shot cannons, taking it away to where if you're using a kill streak, that does not give you credit to get to another kill streak, that would really help. That is a problem that has just been solved, but too late now. We don't have kill streaks. So that is my rant about kill streaks. I really want them. I want them with, you know, and if it's too much to give too many kill streaks, okay, just give the class specific kill streaks of the 3, 5, 7. Doesn't matter to me. You know, if it's too much to ask for, okay, we have class specific kill streaks and they only have a 3, 5, 7. We're not going to give them choices to where you can have, you know, okay, you have 2, 3 kill streaks, which one do you want to bring in there? You know, you have a choice between 3 kill streaks for your 5 kill streaks. Which one do you want to bring? You know what I mean? So, I'd love kill streaks in there, but the way to solve those balance issues is what I just said, about taking away the stacking for everything. You don't get credit for it, you can't stack 3 of the same kill streak on top of each other. And if you die, it doesn't recognize it. Okay, your slots are filled. Your slots are, you know, they're filled up with your stuff. So anyway, that's enough about kill streaks. I already talked about game modes, I already talked about player count, and, you know, if we get more game modes, that gives it more variety. And, okay, here's one thing. DLCs for maps. I think one really cool DLC is bring back the old maps. Not, like in War for Cybertron, bring some of those maps back, but not the ones that were DLCs for War for Cybertron. Bring back the old original maps when War for Cybertron came out. I think the only map that I would want as a DLC, well, included in a DLC with the other maps, is Horizon. Because there was 2 DLC packages, and I think it was the second one had Horizon. And I really liked Horizon as a map. It was really cool. It was really fun. So I think it would be a really cool DLC to bring back the original maps. You know, of course, like they did with Abandon, you know, when that was complex. Do it like that, and have those maps like that. Not the DLCs for War for Cybertron, the original maps. And you know, if they want to do the DLCs, if they want to do a DLC to have the DLCs for War for Cybertron over here, that's cool too. I don't care. I just really want the old maps, because I love those maps. Gorge was one of my favorite maps. Complex was a really fun map, and I'm glad they brought Complex in there. And you can rename them if they want. Molten was a fun map too. You know, so I like that. Alright. Delaying of time. Delaying of time is something that really bothers me. When it seems that whenever, you know, you're walking around, you can hit Y, you can switch your weapons at any point in time. But when you're when you are in a heated battle, and let's say you're a Titan, and you're using the corrosive slime cannon, and you're shooting, and you're slowing them down, and they're starting to kill you, and you want to switch to your Energon Harvester, I have to hit Y like 5 or 6 times to get to my Energon Harvester, and by that time, I'm dead. I can't switch to my weapon. I'm sitting there going like, switch. Oh my god, what's going on? I can't switch. You know? And, you know, I'm not completely dogging on Fall of Cybertron. Fall of Cybertron is a really good game. One thing that I really like is how they have to where you can switch your side. Which side you are on when, you know, you can switch to camera side. With, okay, I want to hold my gun in my right hand, I'm going to hit, you know, I'm going to leave it as is. If I want to switch to my left hand, I'm going to hit B. I like that. I do miss having grenades. I miss having grenades in the game. The only grenade that they have is, you know, the ability for the scout, you know, the infiltrator. And I miss having the flag grenades for the Titan when he was the soldier. But delay is something that really bothers me, you know, it aggravates me, and it's definitely a pet peeve of mine when I'm in a heated battle and I'm trying to switch guns and it doesn't work. Also, the delay with the melee. When you come out of transformation, even if you're shooting your gun and you're flying as a scientist and you fly in and you try to melee, it takes like a second and a half until you melee, and, you know, you're sitting there like a duck, being like, hey, I'm a duck in a pond, please shoot me. And, you know, it's annoying. Also, let's see, what else? When you're shooting and you come out of transformation into robot form and you try to shoot, there's a second of delay there. I don't know if you guys noticed, but there is kind of a delay that I've noticed. In the last game, there wasn't much of a delay, from what I've had experience with when I played. Also, another thing is vehicle abilities. I miss having the vehicle abilities, especially for the scientists, barrel rolling around, dodging people's rockets and lock-ons and all that other stuff. I miss doing rams with the leader, and doing the quick turn with the soldier, and that other flip that the scout would have. So, I mean, it would have been cool, but they don't have the abilities in there. They had it in Escalation, and they had it in Campaign. And then when you get to multiplayer, you're like, wait, where are my vehicle abilities at? They're not here. You know, I mean, you had RAM in Escalation, but still. I do miss having vehicle abilities. But that is what I really feel about all of this stuff about multiplayer. I do feel that they took out a lot more than they put in. I feel that, you know, this game had its big opportunity to shine. They said that they had over 1 million people play the demo. They had so much publicity at E3 and everything. All those interviews. We had countless interviews for High Moon Studios, and a lot of people noticed it, and they were just like, oh, cool, I'll check out the game. And I'm not saying that Fall of Cybertron failed to shine. I'm just saying we could have made it, shinier by giving a little bit, more stuff. giving it more variety, you know, with kill streaks, game mode, split screen, you know. I mean, personally, I would like split screen. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but I like co-op with friends, kind of like in Call of Duty, and I wanted kill streaks really badly, vehicle abilities, and one thing is, I think, touching back on kill streaks really quick, with the Dimensional Decimator. The Dimensional Decimator could have been like the Moab in Modern Warfare 3. Because that grenade sucks everybody in its vicinity up and then goes into a black hole and then explodes. And is an insta-kill. You know, that's really cool. I like that. That could have been a nice kill streak for everybody. You know, after 20 kills or however many, you know, 15, whatever. But I think I covered everything that I wanted to talk about, you know, especially for kill streaks, class specific and everything, co-op, split screen. So, don't get me wrong, I love multiplayer. I love it. It's fun. I love playing this game. You know, but at times it's like I feel like playing War again, and you know, I don't want a reason to go back to War. I want everything War had, but improved on. I want, you know, the kill streaks and all that other stuff that I've been talking about. The co-op, you know. I just didn't really understand how High Moon was like, oh, it's all about the co-op. It's all about teamwork, and we don't have co-op in campaign. And, you know, they could have put the co-op split screen in there. I keep saying could have, you know, because I really wanted that. Sorry, guys. But anyway, but like I said, I feel like they took out a lot more than they put in. And the stuff they put in was really cool. You know, like the Autobot versus Decepticon, Ally versus Enemy, making your own Transformer and everything, and all the cool guns and stuff, and having Headhunter and Capture the Flag and all that other cool stuff. You know, really interesting. Choosing your own voice and stuff. They put a lot in. And there's a lot of pet peeves I have about it, like the bouncing off of walls, etc. You know, not having double jump, and all that other stuff, not having kill streaks. Another thing that I think could have been a really cool kill streak is having the airstrike from Metroplex. If you could have had airstrike come down, would have been nice. So, I think I've covered everything. Talked about maps, communications with co-op. You know, being able to communicate with your team in Escalation. You really have to communicate with your team in Escalation to live. And, you know, just throwing that out there. I know you guys already know about that. So, I'm looking over my notes real quick, seeing if I have covered everything. And I think I have, talking about variety and everything in every game mode. Well, no, I mean variety with more game modes. My bad. I'm trying to say I'm sorry, and all this other stuff. But overall, they did a really good job. They did a really good job with this game. It's just, you know, personally, I think they could have done more. But I'm not knocking you, High Moon. Y'all did a really bang-up job. And for multiplayer, I'm going to give multiplayer... I'm going to give multiplayer about, let's see, this is really hard to decide what I could give multiplayer out of 10. I'm not going to give it an 8. I'm definitely not going to give it an 8.5. I'm trying to be careful with what I say here. Balance-wise, I do think you guys did really good, except a little bit with the current updates, like with the, Gear Shredder and everything. But I'm going to give Fall of Cybertron a 7.8. I know that's kind of odd, but a 7.8 out of 10 might seem a little bit unfair to you guys, but, you know, that's just how I feel. This is not an official review. You know, gaming magazines, they'd be like, oh, I gave it a 9 out of 10, and I haven't even played the freaking game. You know, but coming from a veteran player like myself, since I played War for Cybertron, and I played it for so long, and I've noticed so many differences between that game and this game, and all the stuff that Fall of Cybertron is missing that War for Cybertron had, and, you know, the new stuff is cool in this game. but it wasn't completely necessary. Like the Autobot versus Decepticon. That's really cool, but I would have much rather had the kill streaks than that thing. You know, the classic, you know, red versus blue type stuff, ally versus enemy. But anyway, guys, this has been my review of Transformers Fall of Cybertron. I know it is very, very long, and I'm thinking about trying to cut it into 2 parts. I just need to figure out where and when. So I will see you guys in another video in the future. Don't know what it's going to be about, but, you know, might be a live gameplay. But anyway, guys, this has been TekKnite 2. This has been my review of Fall of Cybertron. Give it a like, give it a comment. I'd love it if you guys sat there and put a bajillion, a trillion, quadrillion comments on this video explaining what you like about the game, the things you don't like about the game, the stuff that they took out that you want, and all this other stuff. So, like, comment, subscribe to Beats Clan Live, and if you guys are new to the channel, y'all need to subscribe too to stay up to beat with Beats Clan Live. But anyway, guys, this has been TekKnite 2 with my review of Fall of Cybertron, and I am out.